Hello YouTube and welcome to the next game on my Legend series. Today we have my Aussie friend Chewbacca Rant, otherwise Paul Brooks. He currently plays on the Kinetic Tour in TGC and his current world golf rank is 146. Welcome to the channel, Paul.
Oh, great to be here. Thanks for the invite, Brendan.
No problem. A little background on Paul in regards on this game. For me personally, probably the best course selector out there. There's not a lot of courses that he doesn't know about. He's our course selector in Trinity Tour and he does an excellent job, might I say. We're going to be having a game of match play today, as we always do, and we're going to be playing on Chewy's course Sapphire Cove. I have already got a video out on this and a course review. Chewy was kind enough to let me be the first one to play on that as such. Today's match play, we will be playing from the back tees on pins 2. High winds from the south, firm and default green speed. Chewy, let's get going. All the best, sir. Let's give it a go.
You too.
And while we're at it,
Let's enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely. I will get a question off to you straight away. What are your top 5 computer games of all time?
Oh, top 5? Probably not ranked order, but just
No, go for it.
Just NBA Live. I played that unbelievable amount of hours on that one. Colin McRae Rally, the rally car games. I probably just got those versions of every time there was a new one coming out for both of those. I always got the next one out. I really only ever played sport games, to be honest. I never got into Call of Duty or any of the story games, so to speak. Yeah, I mean, it was all like, back in the day when I was a little kid, it used to be the handheld controller with a screen, playing Donkey Kong, But after that, it was just all car games, basketball, and Tiger Woods, of course. 95 was probably the first one I got of that. So yeah,
you can never beat the Tiger games.
I
think that's going to be all. No, you're all right. You're okay. You're in play.
Swung a bit fast there.
Cool. I don't think I'm going to need all the club here, to be honest. Let's have a bash. Get this down the middle. My goodness, with it a perfect. Can you believe it? Lights, camera, action, all hit a perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, that hole, I want people to stand on the tee, get the best lighting possible, and just realise what sort of course you're about to play. So obviously it's a coastal highlands course, and you've got an option on the tee, left or right, your choice. Driver 3-wood, your choice. It's a strategy course is how I started it off when designing.
Yeah, for sure. It is a lovely course, I must say. Definitely one I'll be playing more often. And one I think we should get in Trinity, although I know that you will say probably otherwise.
I'll wait to see what I get, the feedback I get. I won't just pop it in there because it's mine. I'll get the feedback from people that I know will just be, straight shooters, and also TGC. If they give it a TGC approval, or a man can dream, if it's a tool-worthy status, then obviously that'll be something to consider to put in Trinity for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I love it, to be
happens
honest.
At all. Yeah, Labour have loved this one. This course. Oh my God!
We've got a putt to go.
As I messaged you a couple of days ago, it was 10 hours to do the last 3 holes of planting.
Yeah. I've been
So
waiting 3 days
whole
on Terry
planting
to
of this.
record this, just for that.
Yeah, I really thought I'd get it done 3 or 4 days ago,
Oh.
and realised that this course needed more grass, more plants to make it look authentic. That's what you got to do with courses. That's such a fast speed. Wow. Yeah, it's what we try to do as designers,
Yeah, well,
is to it, uh, have. It's not just a generic hop on the tee, get to the green as quick as possible. There needs to be a feeling, a flow of the
yeah.
course, sort of, an environment. Yeah. Sometimes we get it right, sometimes we don't.
Yeah, there's the
But
very
for me,
slow. Come on,
I can only
be
speak for
kind
myself.
to me. Be kind. It's not going to be as kind as I want.
Maybe.
Nearly.
Oh, it's
Very
not far
nearly.
off.
Yeah. That's such a
Yeah.
bad shot. It's
Yeah.
been my shot so far today, unfortunately. So I'm just pleased to say that I'm
Yeah.
up against you on this course at the moment. So I get a
Yeah, great
feeling
to
that
be
that's the
playing
right
with
place
you,
to
man.
be there as well. Just purely
Yeah.
because. Let's have a look. 3 iron. That's a long way, isn't it? I think I just need to get this out on the fairway.
It will run down. It is firm.
Yeah.
It's all downhill to the green.
Yeah, we're in play. I think from the angle you got, and obviously you're probably going to need. You probably get a 3 wood there, I imagine, couldn't you?
Yeah, it's a 600 yarder, but it's all downhill, as I said. And the thing is, when it lands, it's a red slope to the pins. So even though it's a 288, this should be more than enough.
Oh yes. Yes, good ball. That gives you an opportunity.
Yeah, still runs.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, pin high,
Yeah, nice
280.
shot. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll take that.
tap.
Right, what have we got here? Reasonably good number, I think. Do not hit a slow. It's a perfect, but I have pulled it. It's going to come off the green, I think. Just sit. Don't mind if
It
it
might
goes to
hold.
the edge. Yeah, it has held. Yeah, it has held.
Yeah, it might hold.
There,
Yeah,
we're
that's
up
not
there.
severe off there. I was thinking of making it a red slope going off, but there's already a red slope at the front and in the middle, and an orange in the middle.
Yeah.
So I kept it. I didn't want a ball that's short of the green to run all the way off the back.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was a little unfair, so flatten that out a little bit. A bit too high for the eagle.
I expect we've
I
got a
did
putt for a half.
remember when I was thinking of the video games. Um, I've already mentioned NBA Live, but NBA Jam was the
I remember
kind of
it
the
very well, sir. Very,
gimmicky
very well.
game of
Yeah,
it. Yeah, it's a lot of fun though.
yeah.
I've got a brother that's 7 years younger than me, and when he was old enough to play video games, I sat him beside me, and yeah, we played that to the death. It was
Yeah,
hilarious
no,
just having
yeah, I
players
can remember it.
spin up to the roof and come
Yeah,
down.
on fire as well. He's
Good
on
fun.
fire, that's the thing, wasn't it, if I remember?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I do remember it.
Uh,
That was a really, really good game. That was, I think that was Mega Drive for me, I believe that was.
yeah,
Okay.
PlayStation One. I think I had NBA Jam. Would have been the first time. Same
Slight
with the Colin
slow.
McRae rally. It was around about the same time.
Yeah, I'm saying. Here's next question for you, good sir, and that is
Yeah.
real golf. Are you any good? What's your handicap, and do you have any great stories from on the course?
This wow. the amount of stories I got is endless, but as everyone that's ever played the game with their mates. But
Yeah.
first question was, am I any good? Short answer, no. When I was 16, I had the handicap of 16,
Yep.
and I was going into a lot of competitions and in juniors, and thought, this is good. I would. My dream was to be clearly on single digits by the age I was 18. That's
Yep.
what the goal was then, and just see how good I could go. Issue was that none of my mates from school play golf. They maybe have 3-4 rounds a year. We're talking 16, 17 year olds, so
Yeah.
they you
Other
either
priorities.
you either meet you either meet up on competition on Saturdays in juniors, or you don't play it at all.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And they didn't. So they all were into basketball,
Okay.
and I played golf and cricket. Um, so just out of habit and this, schoolyard, recess, lunch, even before school, would just be playing basketball because that's what they were into.
Yeah.
So eventually, I actually got good at basketball, and stopped playing golf as much,
Yep.
competitive wise, and so by the age of 17, 18, I was just a social player really. So
I must say,
don't know what could have happened.
I nearly, yeah, good, well hold, very good. Slow from me
Jeez.
there, absolutely killed me. Me and my brother, we actually nearly turned pro basketball over here in England. We were very,
Yeah,
very close to it. Yeah, we had an association with London Leopards. I don't
nice.
think they're in existence anymore. I'm so out of the basketball scene; it's unbelievable. I think they were like the second. I think there was three teams mainly. There was London Leopards, London Towers, and Manchester Giants. Yeah, we used to play all the time. We used to love playing basketball. That was
So
one.
baller. Love to
Yeah,
hear it, man.
you used to be, mate. I probably couldn't do it now. I only ever done. I think I dunked twice in my life. Um, but that was a long time ago now. We're talking
There you go. Yeah,
what
yeah. No,
25
we
years
used to
ago.
play that often. Yeah, and it's obviously 17-year-olds, and we're every single one of us is the same height. We're all 6 foot, every
Yeah,
single one of us, and we that's all we would do is we play basketball against each other, but to warm up, we just try and dunk it.
yeah,
So,
exactly. That's it.
and
Yeah,
we half of us could do the tennis ball, and then we worked our way up to the volleyball,
yeah,
and then when it came to basketball, because we couldn't grip that,
yeah.
um, we'd just be doing alley oops just to get the dunk. It was
Yeah.
just
It always
it was a lot of fun.
used to help if you were able to palm the basketball as well. If you're able to
Yeah.
palm it, obviously trying to go for that dunk, it would help. We've gone from golf chat to
That's
basketball chat. I love it.
yeah, I know. Yeah, and as for stories, I know that was the last part of the
Yeah.
question. Yeah, I've got a whole stack of um, golf stories. I don't. I'm also
That is
there's a
awful
story
from
there
me.
that I've got that I'll tell you, and I'll cut the words out that are not
Yeah. No, that's
not
absolutely
desirable.
fine. Yeah, it
But
probably wouldn't work for YouTube.
the we have one when I played Bonville Resort, and it's probably an hour and a half's drive from my place here. And this was a long time ago. We're talking 2 decades. Oh
Wow,
my
how is that
goodness, that didn't
missed?
turn. A-
These designers,
Anyway,
Chewy, it's got to be a designer fault.
yeah, I know they just put ghosties everywhere, don't they?
Yeah.
Can't trust them. Um, so we're playing up there. This is top quality course. It's $110 just to get on, play 18
Yeah.
holes, and for 2 decades ago, you know, uh, for junior salaries or whatever we're on, it was a lot. So anyway, the four of us are out there, we're having a few drinks, and they're all workmates from the bank, and one of the guys is always has colourful language, and he got on the fourth hole, par three, and shanked it. And he let out a few words, right?
Yeah,
and we've actually called it the BS shot because that's what he yelled out as soon as he hit the ball. And it was a shank. It went straight right. Now there's a beer cart fella at the green, right? He was waiting for us to tee off and drive up to him and get a few beers and whatever, continue our round. This 3-wood might not actually make it, but I'm going to hit it anyway. There's a rebel. No, that hasn't made it.
It has.
Oh.
It has made it.
Oh, wow.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
That was a shocker. Actually, if it was a perfect, it might have got on the middle of the green. So, yeah. So he's shanked. Sorry to talk in your backswing.
That's all right. Don't worry, mate. It's fine.
So he's straight right shanked it on a par 3, straight into the trees. You can hear it tink tank, clonk. Drops down and starts running down the hill. Starts running down the hill towards the guy in the beer cart. It goes under the beer cart, missed all the tyres, just goes straight underneath it. Keeps rolling down towards the green now. Goes in between there's 2 bunkers. It goes directly in between both of them. Gets onto the green, hits the pin, drops for an ace. It was one of the worst shots you've ever seen. He should have lost that ball, and he ended up with an ace. Yeah. It was a disgrace. It's just much like what I've got right in front of me right here. Absolute disgrace. And we drive up to the green, and the guy in the beer cart is just shaking his head. He's just he wasn't going to. He had no congratulations or anything like that. He's obviously, a junior pro.
Yeah.
And just working his way up. We go over to get a beer, and that's one of the worst shots I've ever seen.
We put the worst shot with the best result.
Oh, yeah. We had to pay out that guy in terms of just, ripping into him. The guy that got the ace the rest of the round. We just... one of the worst shots of the day, and he actually aced it.
Unbelievable.
And so we got the ball out of the hole. We wouldn't let him play with it. And
look out!
We
Lovely
basically still birdied it with a
exactly.
Shot with the second one. And one of the guys just took the ball off him. He said that there's something wrong with that ball. It should have been lost and ends up as an ace. You're not playing with it for the rest of the round. And what I didn't know he had in mind was that week he actually took it to a local trophy shop.
Okay.
And got that ball put on a trophy.
Yeah. That's the regular.
And the title on the plaque is the BS shot.
Brilliant.
So,
Brilliant.
Yeah. Plenty of stories, but that one always jumps out.
Yeah, of course. My next question for you
nice
is, what is your best moment you've had on this game?
On 2K23?
Or 21 or in general. 21, TGC 19, like throughout the TGC sort of game span as such.
In terms of a result, or
it
just
could be a
most
result, could be moments, could be absolutely anything. Like I think Desi picked a particular match play game. Phil selected a Ryder Cup. Tripping was his platinum win. Anything along them lines. It's something that you've done that's like been your best favourite moment you've done. Could be a hole in one, could be something crazy you've done.
Yeah. Well, I think you just when you've mentioned Phil's name there, my favourite moment was
Nice shot.
partnered up with him in the President's Cup, that a tournament that
I know
I
exactly
came
where
up
you're
with.
going on this. I know
Yeah.
exactly where you're going. Yeah,
Because you're on our team,
I
and
was.
we had a great world team, because Ryder Cup's European, but President's Cup is world versus USA, and it was the very first event. Uh,
Was it
Everyone's
the
excited. We've
first
got our own
match of the
Discord.
event, wasn't it?
The very the very first match.
Yeah.
The US guys that were taken on just messaged me and said, "Oh, we can play this day or that day, or we can play in a couple of hours." I said, "Righto." I talked to Phil, and he said, "Yeah, let's just rip in." So I thought, well, great. Well, like, I'm captain of the world team, and the event that I created, and Phil and I
Yeah, good
on the
half.
first tee. Cheers, man. Yeah, good birdies. And so we got in there, and that front nine was some of the best play that I've ever had. And we got ourselves up to 4 up after 10. And Phil was in a lead at the time, and I was a plat player, but let's
I think
be honest,
you weren't
plat
playing
player
a
that.
lot.
No, and when I did, it was 50% cuts. So,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
um, and we're playing guys that were 30 and 40 in the world, and we're 4 up after 10. And
Who's you playing?
yeah, we played
Wasn't it
in
Enormous
Norma,
Sticks and Norma?
and
Yeah.
yeah, and Matthew Tittots.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
Yeah. And
guys,
Titots
not
was
to be
top
sneezed at.
20 roughly, I believe.
Yeah, yep. And it was on Master Swing, even though because that's the only tournaments I do, and the TGC at the time was pro. So yeah, Phil and I just absolutely ripped in the first 9, 10 holes.
It's a
This
lovely
might be
shot
alright,
this.
actually.
And so, in fact, they get to right. I think, oh, that's not
Oh, I was
bad.
unlucky.
That's not bad.
Yeah, and yeah, we took the you know foot off the pedal there for a little bit, and those boys, you know, obviously you can't keep quality fellas like that down for the entire match.
No, for
They
sure.
came good. They came running in with a whole list of birdies, and we Phil and I won up on the 18th, and don't think that's
Oh, good
turning in
try.
time. Yeah. Um, so yeah, we won up, and they put the third shot on a par 5 within 5 foot. So they're guaranteed a birdie. So if we get a par, we go to extra holes.
Yeah.
And Phil puts it probably 10 feet, something like that, 11 feet, and had about a little bit of break in it. Not a lot. It's a good shot of his. And I just something in something inside me, because I remember Phil was streaming. I had Phil's stream on my phone because I wasn't streaming, but it was on my phone
Yeah.
beside me, and L boys in there, like, and like there was the boys, whole list of boys in Phil's
Yeah.
chat, and just going, this is the first match, they're all pumped, and I was standing over that putt on the 18th, and I was never going to miss it. I just wouldn't allow
I
that ball
remember
to be
watching
missed.
it.
I just
It was a really good game, and that was and although as a
Yeah.
team we didn't win overall, that was
Yeah,
such a good start for the team. I do remember it.
yeah, yeah. It was just, yeah. I just to be a part of it, just to actually have the quality of guys that were on both sides say yes, we want to be a part of it. Corkster was the other captain, and we were just, yeah, first team out, got the win up. The boys on the outside in Discord were chuffed,
Yep.
That
I
we
say
got coming
I
up.
don't want to
First match.
blow my own trumpet here in any way, shape or form, but that Ryder Cup had the best players in the world. I'm not saying that I was one of the best players, but you know, as a group of guys, the group of players
Yeah.
that we had in there, you know, there was a few of us that are in there sitting there thinking, well, I don't know why we're playing up against this lot. They're a lot better than us, and things like that. But you know,
Well,
it was so good. It was really really well rounded as
yeah.
well.
I mean, the partners on that first round of alt shots was myself and Phil, obviously, but I put Crash Conroe and Lindsay together.
Yep,
1 and 4 in the world,
and they lost,
and
didn't they?
you know it, yeah, they did. They lost one down, but Kara aced a par three. You know, unbelievable shot.
Yeah.
And that was the difference. That's
That's
the only
where,
difference that
if I
split the two
remember, you
teams in that one.
paired me with Eric Boudel.
Yeah,
Good guy, really good guy. Get on really well with Eric. That was the start of our friendship there, as
yeah.
such.
This is probably the easiest hole in the course. Uh, I tried to make the fairway difficult to hold. It was a lot steeper than that, right to left. But I thought, you know what? Just allow a good shot to be a good shot.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And I eased it off, and you'll actually have an iron in
Yep,
for your for the par five.
yeah.
Yeah, from there.
What is your favourite golf
Because
course
there's
you've ever
nothing
played,
worse.
Chewy?
Well, that Bonneville course is a sweet course. It's actually got the nickname the Augusta of Australia.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you ever get the chance to watch a YouTube video of anyone that's done a playthrough, you know, obviously you want to get a quality one.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Um, yeah, just Bonneville Golf Course or Golf Resort, I think it's
Yeah.
called, and it's beautiful. It's lush, and it's yeah, it's deserves that title of the Augusta of Australia.
Okay, lovely.
Um, I have played Greg Norman design golf courses as well as Jack Nicklaus design golf
Okay,
courses
nice.
on the Gold Coast and in Brisbane. I did live in Brisbane for 2 years, and yeah, Jack Nicklaus Lakelands on the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just stunning. It's the 14th hole par three. It's still burning in my mind. You know, it's just
Yeah.
uh, it's par three, and you've actually got like a small little waterfall that goes into a trickling creek and into a dam that's in between the tee and the green. That's actually in your foreground.
Yeah.
Like you're hitting over that, and it's still only like a pitching wedge.
Nice.
Just you stand over that tee ball and you just go, I know this is a short shot, but it's a stunning hole and I want to do well here. So yeah.
No, I love that. What is your dream four ball? If you could pick three players to join you on the course, who would they be? Dead, alive, family members, etc., etc.
Yeah. Just oh, really good question, man. I know a lot of people get in there with Tiger,
I
and
can't
he
believe
might
I've
be.
missed
I'll
that.
just put a pin in that one first. The first person I would select, I think, um, will be Michael Jordan.
Yep.
I know he's a quality golfer, and I would just want to just chat to him like
I'm gutted I've just missed that
about.
putt, by the way. I really needed a two-hole cushion. I really needed that eagle.
um,
But go on, sorry, Michael Jordan.
I'd probably have Greg Norman and Cammy Smith, just the
Okay.
two Aussies in there.
Yeah.
Um, I know there's a stack of Aussies. You got Adam Scott and um, uh, Aaron
I
Badley.
like Mark
I've just
Leishman.
Jason Day.
Yep.
Yeah, Leash. Yeah.
I love
Um,
Leishman.
but it'd be Cammy Smith, because I saw him as a junior coming through and he was in the TV, and the commentators were saying, "Watch out for this fella."
Yeah.
And he shot straight through, and he was doing big things in Australia before he went over on the PGA, of course. So it'd be Cammy Smith, Norman, Jordan, and myself.
Lovely.
I think we'd have a bit of a laugh.
Yeah, so that's quite a good one. So I believe everyone had gone Tiger beforehand, and let's be honest, I think that's going to be in 99.9% of Dream Four balls. You know, I mean, who wouldn't?
Yeah, I mean, I saw him in the 90s and early 2000s just destroying people. Like we're talking Duval, Ernie Els. We're talking as good as they get.
Top notch players.
Davis Love, Woosnam. It was just something else. He'd win a tournament and he'd be in cruise control for the last 6-7 holes. He could par out and he'd be fine. You know, he'd just like. But he wouldn't. He'd have the foot on the throat the entire time, and he was just something else.
That's him to a T.
But if I'm going to have a round golf,
if only I did
it. I just Greg Norman for me is just a character, and I know the whole live thing got people riled up, but that's. He's been talking. His focus has always been more so about the welfare of players and building up juniors and all that sort of stuff. Yeah,
making the golf a better place as such.
Billionaire and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but he could have sat on the beach for the last 15 years and.
Yeah, of course.
And it doesn't have to do anything if he doesn't want to. He's that well off, but just he's a character. He got to, well, apart from Tiger Woods, Greg Norman's held the world number one for the longest.
Yeah.
Apart from Tiger Woods, so you know we're talking. How long was it? It was 300 weeks.
Yeah, it was something ridiculous. To be honest. Yeah, it was a long time.
6-7 years. Yeah.
It was a long time, that's certain. Yeah, he was someone I always remember. And to me, I might be wrong here, but I believe he was the first Australian that really came on leaps and bounds and was at world number one and winning majors and things like that. So.
Yeah, well, Peter Thompson would probably be the was the trailblazer.
Yep.
I think he won the Open 4 times.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
And a lot of people don't.
Yeah, going back
know
on
about
golf.
that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
In the 50s and 60s, I think it was. And the thing about that was fun facts. Well, not fun, I suppose, but the Open, the 150th Open that Cam Smith won just a few months ago. Day 4 of the Open.
Go on, good
the Peter Thompson family come up to or approached the guys at St Andrews and said, you know, we've got the family of Peter Thompson. They said, we've got the ashes of him. We know that St Andrews, out of all the courses that he's played around the world, and everyone knows how good a player he was of his time, and they said, we'd like to scatter the ashes, his ashes here during the 150th Open, if you don't mind.
Okay.
And they said, yeah, please do. So they, on the morning of round 4, before any golf teed off, the family got his urn and went behind the 18th green and just scattered his ashes there at St Andrews, and wouldn't you know it, an Aussie wins.
Absolutely right, yeah.
It's just on the.
And that was a massive comeback as well, yeah. That's a big Aussie story, that is, in that respect. I love that.
Oh, he's back 9 was his back nine will be talked about for a long time.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
Cam
for sure.
Smith.
Yeah, because he tore that apart. Next question for you, as I hit a lovely pull slow, as I normally seem to at the moment. Your in real life three most hated golfers. Who do you despise and why?
Oh, I don't really.
I know you're a lover and not a
Um,
fighter. I know that, Paul.
yeah. I don't. Yeah, anyone that's I don't like, I ignore. But I don't.
Tough
You know,
question, eh?
like even if I was to, yeah, it is because I've never thought of people I dislike. Um, I know a lot of people are gonna come up with Patrick Reed. I would imagine,
Yeah,
just
he's
from the
one name.
stuff that went on. This
Go
might
in.
dunk. Oh
Good
my,
try.
come back. But I actually never saw that. I don't like. Wasn't even. I mean, hear about it, but I'd never really watched the footage of it or
Yeah,
anything,
yeah.
so I'm not really that invested in it. Um,
You get
yeah, I
on.
mean,
You get
golf is.
answers of
A,
Poulter, DeChambeau. There's been a couple for who was
yeah,
DeChambeau having games against? Uh, Brooks Koepka.
Brooke,
There's another one yet.
Kepka, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. There's those guys who've got, the high confidence in when they go in the media, I don't want to say arrogance, but just a high level of confidence, and it can
Yeah.
come off that way to some people. But I shrug it. At the end of the day, Jesus, what was that?
Something certainly
Must have
went
been a
bang in the background,
ball,
mate.
like one of the kids. Yeah, it was a big thump. But we got like
I heard
next
that
door
loud
neighbours
and
who've
clear.
got four kids under the age of 10, and they've got a swimming pool next door.
Okay.
They throw tennis balls around and while they're in the pool, and I reckon at least once a week I've got to throw something back over the fence.
that, that's
Something always
that's
comes. I haven't hit
that's
that hard enough.
normal in all
So
fairness.
yeah, that would have just been a tennis ball hitting one of our windows
Yeah.
or something. So
We won't worry about the
um,
three most hated golfers, mate. We'll go
yeah,
in.
well,
We'll go on. If
I had one in mind, but he just left me. Oh
oh,
no, sorry, no, I didn't have one in mind. What I was about to say was, sorry, I will.
that's right.
All I wanted to add to it was golf's widely known. Well, because I was kind of a '90s kid or late
Yeah,
'80s and '90s kid, and golf was the gentleman's game. It was just.
absolutely. Yeah,
It's an individual sport, and even if you had a match play or anything, uh, when you had your own competitions, it was still the friendly handshake. You never
game of
put
respect.
someone off or you never saw any bad things going on. It was just, it's just the way the game was played or how you were
Yeah,
taught to play the game. So when I watch coverage, I mean, yeah, you'll see a couple of people throw their club in the water or whatever. I don't see
mention no
that as a
names.
bad
Tyrell
personality.
Hatton.
I just say I just think of it and go, well, it must be nice, to not have to pay for clubs, mate. You've got sponsorship,
Yeah,
so there's no
absolutely.
way you'd see me throw one.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
I've hit much worse shots than that. I get it, and they're under pressure. But for me, if I see someone have a spat, that's their issue. It's not my
Yep.
issue.
Do you
So
know, I'm very,
I
very
don't
similar there,
consider.
mate. Respect
Yeah,
all your players, your opponents, and beat them on the course with your golf and not your words. I've always been one of them, and
yeah,
unfortunately, I think slowly that is going out of a lot of the game, to be honest, which is a shame.
yeah. I think there's a little bit more. Maybe there's more pressure on them, or more money on the table, or whatever. But
That's it.
I don't know. But it's, um, I mean, We didn't see a lot of that go in.
Oh, good try.
Aye.
Was that a flop shot?
I blame the designer. No, it was a chip.
It was a chip with it, yeah. I blame the designer too. My next question for you is: after a round of golf, what are you eating and drinking?
I'm having a beer.
Oh, what I hold it.
Well, if it's just, yeah. Actually, I was going to say if it's a scorching hot day. No, I'm still having a cold beer.
Yeah, whatever the case, you drink having a beer.
Food is just whatever the clubhouse has got. Honestly, it's usually I don't try to have meals at the golf club. I'll just have snacks. So it'll be just a bunch of like a bowl of wedges with some sweet chili.
Nice.
And that usually goes down well with the beer.
Sounds good. That
carbs with carbs.
Yeah.
It's got to be a good thing, hasn't it?
Yeah, for sure. I'm getting sick of eating these slows, mate. I can't stop them. Everything I'm eating is slow. It's frustrating. I kind of feel as though being 2 up after 13, like I can afford it a little bit, but I shouldn't be hitting as many slows as what I am at the moment.
Yeah,
Frustrating.
the perfects will come.
Yeah, I'll hit a couple of really good perfects. This looks really good. Go on, hit the stick. Oh, it's an arrow.
Nearly chipped in on the last hole.
Yeah.
I'm glad it didn't hit the pin.
Yeah, it could have gone anywhere. Yeah.
It's
a tough old putt, this one. I'm really enjoying the course. That's for certain. It's a good challenge. I might have overhit that. Yeah, I have. It gives you a chance to get one back.
Took a good 6-7 weeks, I think, because I started it and went away from it.
It's not. Oh, it did break back.
I deleted a lot of things. Like I would do 3 or 4 holes and go, you know what? The hole I did 2 holes ago sucked. I'll go and delete it and change it or something. And that's just what you do. You want
Never happy.
So you want your framing to be like this. This not like this. I'm not saying that I do it better than any. I'm just saying that you want people to jump on any tee and go, like this. Looking forward to playing this hole.
Yeah.
And the more of that you can have on your course, the better for me.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
It doesn't need to kick in the backside. It doesn't need to be super challenging. As long as people enjoy it, that's for me. That's the main thing.
No, I absolutely agree with you. I mean, I really enjoy this. How is the wind not taking that back? Please bounce nicely for me.
Yeah, mine drifted.
Yeah, I did hit a slight fast into it. Don't get me wrong, but I'd have expected it to come back a little bit. I really enjoy this course. It's certain areas of the greens make it really tough.
Yeah, there's 2 drivable par 4s, and there's a decent amount of water involved on the course, but I tried not to get like an average shot should still miss the water.
Yeah.
You have to hit a bad one to go in it, is what I wanted. I don't want to have it where you have to hit an absolute screamer to avoid it. I don't like that. I like it just for aesthetics. Water on my course. Obviously, if you're going to have that much water on your course, it's going to come into play. But for me, I want a good shot to have a good result.
Yeah, for sure. This looks like a good shot. It might be. It's perfect. If it's got any roll out on it, that's bang on. Look at that. Perfect.
Yeah. Come good in the last 3 holes.
Yeah, no, you have. You've hitting the ball fantastic now. You're certainly warmed up, and I'm fading away a little bit.
Throw me to TGC. Let's go.
Yeah. All right, we got.
I don't need them like this in comp.
All right, let's try and hold out. It's got half a chance, mate.
Oh, it's got a great chance. Beautiful.
Yeah, we'll take that. Got lucky there. Question for you. I think you may have partly
Yeah.
answered this. Your three favourite golfers?
Of all time,
Yep.
Jack.
Yep.
Um, yeah, there's so many, but you'd have to say Tiger and Greg.
Yeah.
Um,
A good three they
there's
are. To,
and you'd be splitting hairs between the next 20.
yeah,
There's
absolutely.
just
Yeah.
got a lot of time for a lot of professional golfers,
Yeah.
but those would be my top three.
Yeah, I must
But
say Jack and
the
Tiger are
bear,
always top two, I think, and then it's one
yeah,
after that.
yeah. Well, the
Oh
good shots didn't last long.
no, that's ended up in a horrible spot.
Yeah.
I'm now hitting slight fast, which is no problem. I can handle them. Um, I'll rattle off a few
Nice
other
drive.
extra. Thank you. I'll
Perfect
rattle off
spot.
a few other extra questions. It's an interesting one
Yep.
because I know how much of a course connoisseur you are on the game. What is your
Mm.
favourite course in the game or previous games? What one has made you want to go back and play again and again?
Oh, really good question. Because again, it's just like the golfers. When you there's such good designers out there. I was saying this the other day to someone that actually in it was in a chat. Someone came in and I was saying that Sky Peaks Canada, Sky
Yep.
Peaks Resort Canada, I could quite happily play that once a month or once a fortnight, and it'd be no problem. I
We
wouldn't get
we
bored of it.
played that
I'd
in a
never get
Ryder
bored of that
Cup
course.
very recently. Um,
Yeah.
that was Scotty from
Ooh.
WTC's choice, and I thought it was a really excellent choice. To be honest, it's a classic match play course in my view.
Yeah. You no two holes are the same,
Yep.
and every hole's got its own challenge. There's no straightforward just hit the drive up the middle, hit a shot to 5 feet, tap it in for birdie. You've got it's stunningly beautiful, but every hole's got its own little aspect of a challenge,
Yeah.
and it's just uh, it's 5-star rating for a reason.
Yeah. Absolutely. In other news, I can't. I can hit fast off the tee, but I can't hit them anywhere else. Obviously, that's a good shot there, by the way. And
Yeah,
my
I mean there'll be
go on, sorry.
purists out there and say, well, that's close to a fantasy course, and it is. It's a fictional course. Um,
I
and
haven't hit that
I
again.
like we had
Go ball.
the major of Rascalwood and in Trinity, and that's your purist style,
Yeah.
you know, course that looks a little bit like Medina or some of the other big names. And I love those courses. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It's just that if someone sat me down and said, right, you have to play one course 10 times in a row, I'd choose that one because I
Okay.
wouldn't get bored.
No, no, that's decent. Give us another couple of courses that you really enjoy. You mentioned obviously Sky Peaks. You mentioned Rascal Wood. Give us
Yeah,
another couple so anyone watching this can sort of have a look to see what you're talking about, as in like what decent courses are. Nice shot.
yeah. Okay.
No pressure.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to. I usually go off designers and work my way around. I do like um, Heisenberg courses myself. A little bit biased because he's also an Aussie.
Yeah.
But that Los Polos Hermanos is something special as far as I'm concerned. But he's done some LiDAR courses, which I'm not
Oh,
sure
I
if you're
thought I
aware
hold
of,
it.
because Heisenberg's well known for fantasy
Yep.
courses, or well, we should probably. I don't even like that word. I think fantasy should be more towards themed courses, like Harry Potter themed or
Well,
something like that. Fictional, courses like Heisenberg does. It's he's Ash Meadows, stunning the course that he did. You can't go wrong if you actually look him up just as a designer name in TGC and just play every single thing that he's ever put out. You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of quality designers out there, but if you know Chiang Mai Black and Chiang Mai Thailand Heisenberg courses, unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you. 3, would you just stick there, Chewy?
I mean, I do love my purist course, the ones where I feel like I'm in a virtual, like I'm playing one that would be in real life, like that Rascal Wood and several others, but I do get excited when I read the forums and I find out that there's either an Arctic Fury or a Heisenberg course. I just, it's like Christmas Eve. Yeah.
Okay. Final question for you is, who are the best players that you've played with on this game? Name me your top 3 players of all time.
Well, I've played with Lindsay a few times, and it's always a thrill to know that you've had a round with the number one.
Yep.
That's been number one for quite a long time, and Sloaner as well. Can't discount the GOAT. But I have had a match play with Crash Conroe.
Lovely shot.
I've played against Kara, and I've played dozens of rounds with P-Dog.
Yeah.
Every name I've mentioned there's top 10. And Dango. I played dozens of rounds with Dango as well. Yeah. It's really great to play against those top players just to see the shots that they come up with and how infrequently they have a bad shot.
Not very often.
I don't really care if they smash me or not. But it's more for me, and this is why I'm not really immersed into TGC. I play it, but I'm not immersed in it because I'm not about the competition. I'm more about the banter with the lads, and just it's got such a great community, got such a great amount of people involved and players and designers, and it's all, and let's face it, the viewers that come into streams, they're awesome. So for me, I just listed guys in the top 10 that I've played with frequently, but if I've got hundreds of guys that I love playing rounds of golf with. They're just
everybody can play with everybody.
Long lasting.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I that's why we play so often, is because the amount of people we've got to play with or against.
Yeah, the group of guys
in societies. Yeah, it's endless. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, on that, Paul, we're on. I've got the stats up at the moment. This is the first game that has been all square. I thought it was going to be my second game in a row. I was going to be leading the majority of the match and ended up losing on the 18th. That didn't happen this time. We finished all square, a fair match, I think. Frustrating on my part for hitting so many slows. Kind of got away with one with a chip in. A fair game, I think, Paul. As you can see by the stats, we've hit the same greens in rig. I've hit a few more fairways. Putts are the same.
Yeah.
A fair game, and to be honest, I'm a little bit gutted I didn't win that one, but in all fairness, I'm more than happy with the half. I won my first 2 matches, lost my next 2, a half break stacked up, so I'm happy with that.
I'll be honest. I was that into the conversation and the chats that we were having. I didn't even know.
You don't even think
obviously
about it.
Obviously, we got to the 18th, so I figured. I wasn't
don't
looking
even
at
think about
it
it.
was one up and one down. I was just
I
thought that was a great match.
That was really enjoyable.
Yeah, I do think. I think you played the better. I just had that 3-hole stretch where I was throwing it at the pin. It was nice.
Yeah, that's it. You played really well. Everybody go and give Sapphire Cove a play, please. Really enjoyable course. I enjoyed it. It's my second round now, and hopefully Chewy makes some more courses, gets them out there as well. Chewy, thank you for your time. I appreciate you coming on. Anytime, I'm doing some challenge bits and things like that, I'm going to try and get a lot more guys involved with. Really appreciate your time. My next episode will be up this time next week. We will be playing Go Blue Brad. Very good player, up and coming and smashing through the world rankings at the moment, so that will be a good one. And I will give a little hint into one of the questions. A professional golfer who used to play on tours, so we will get some good stories there.
Absolutely.
That, please give us a like, subscribe, turn the bells on for notifications, would be nice as well. Paul, thank you for your time, and we will
really appreciate it, Brendan.
No worries, we will see everybody in the next one. Take care.